What's up, ladies and gents? You know what time of day it is. It's XCN time, and in today's video we're going to be discussing the recent news here in XCN. We're going to be talking about what we're seeing here on the charts, and I'll be giving you guys a price prediction for where I think the price is going to over the next few days. So be sure to stay tuned for all of that. Of course, if you are a new viewer, then welcome to the channel. If you do like this sort of content, hit the like button and subscribe for more. If you are a returning viewer, as always, welcome back to the channel. It's great to see you all here. So diving into this video, of course, and the first thing we're going to be doing is heading over to Twitter. Of course, if you guys have not yet seen this, today in a few hours time, Onyxcoin are going to be having an Ask Me Anything, an AMA, in just a few hours. The team have basically chosen 20 questions that the community were asked to submit to them, and they're going to be answering the AMA in their Telegram, of course. And if you haven't done so already, do make sure you join their Telegram. Of course, I'll put the link for this tweet in the description down below so you guys can follow straight through with it. Basically, when you click on this link, it will take you to an invite page, and you just have to follow the steps. There might be some capture questions that you need to answer, and once you filled in the capture questions, it will give you a temporary link where you can join this Onyx DAO group. Of course, there's 17,000 members in there. This is happening at 3 p.m. UTC as well, so they're going to be answering the questions that we've given them. Of course, in those questions there could be some alpha here, so you never know if you are a holder here. Of course, this AMA is happening at 3 p.m. UTC, so for people in America that's going to be early in the morning, for people in Asia that's going to be late in the evening. But if you can join the AMA, I would recommend doing so, particularly if you are a holder here in XCN. At the end of the day, we get to know more about the team. There could be some alpha dropped here in this Telegram as the team are going to be answering those questions. So it should be pretty exciting to see. Of course, I'm not expecting anything magical to happen here. We know that the Onyx team aren't the ones to go hype up things too much, but nonetheless, could be some alpha, could be some movement in the price here. So of course, I'll be dropping the link for this tweet in the description down below. And of course, in other news as well, this isn't particularly XCN related, but it could be an exciting future for XCN. Basically, we know that we want to be listed on Binance, particularly for spot, not really futures, but for spot, we wanted to get listed on Binance. But now we've seen Robinhood go on a listing spree. And what's interesting about this particular post that I find is that these three are all meme coins, and their market caps are very, very similar to Onyxcoin. The market cap of Onyxcoin right now is about 400 million, and the market cap for these memes are hovering in the hundreds of millions as well. So interestingly, Robinhood has chosen to list these three meme coins. Now, we all love meme coins. I love meme coins, but at the end of the day, they do not have the same utility here as XCN. So if Robinhood is open to listing meme coins, then I find it hard to believe that there won't be a future where they're open to listing coins like XCN as well. Of course, we can go on the list of coins that they've approved so far, and other coins in our same category as XCN, the payment category here in crypto. There's already been quite a few listings. So we've got HBAR on there, for example. We've got Algorand, we've got XLM, obviously Ripple we've got on there as well. And of course, in the future, we can expect them to be adding some more, just like it states down here. So maybe we see a future, maybe even in 2025, where we start to see smaller payment category coins like Onyxcoin listed here on Robinhood. That would be absolutely nuts. Of course, if you don't know about Robinhood, it's a very popular stock trading application, particularly in the USA. In terms of the size of Robinhood, they are bigger than Binance. Of course, they are a public listed company. They're probably about the size of Coinbase right now. So it's a very big exchange, and they're moving strongly into crypto now that they've got more of a green light from the current administration in the US. So they're expanding their offerings of cryptos. And so, of course, if they do manage to list XCN, that would be very bullish in my opinion. So just something I thought I'd share with you guys as well. Of course, AMA with Onyxcoin is the main one here. That's happening in a few hours. Looking at the price as to where we are right now, it could also be very, very interesting, the timing of this AMA for where we are on the charts. Because if you've seen my previous videos here on Onyxcoin, you know that I've been obsessing over this MACD. We've had this MACD on the one-day chart now, and the dream has come true. We've got a crossover. You can see we've got a successful crossover because this bar that we're seeing today is actually green. Now, it's not completely confirmed because obviously the day still has to end, and if something happens, like we see a massive crash and the prices go down here for whatever reason, this would flip back to red once again, and therefore it would delay this crossover on the MACD. But if this AMA occurs and you know the markets are generally happy with it, you know, there's some alpha dropped in there, this would be enough to push the prices up here and really confirm that we've seen a crossover on the 1-day MACD. Now, if I had to put a price, that I would say that I'm confident that we're starting to see prices start to go up again. We're starting to see a new uptrend. We're back to bullish here on Onyxcoin. That price on this chart that I'm looking at is this level here. This is 1.46 cents. And the reason for that is if we go on the 1 hour chart, that would confirm to me that we're seeing a new set of higher highs and higher lows on the shorter time frame. So we've seen this low here, we've seen this high, we've got a confirmed higher low in this region here, and now what we want to see from the price is make a new higher high. So something like this, where the price gets above this 1.46 cents level and maybe even retest it as a support. Therefore, that will confirm a higher high here on the price. That would be extremely bullish. So this is my out of the woods zone. If we get to this level, I am completely bullish here on Onyxcoin. I think we could start a new bullish trend here going into the end of March and into April here. Of course, at the moment, we've been battling these trend lines as well. Of course, the main trend line we were watching here on Onyxcoin looks a little bit something like this. Of course, as you can see, it's been keeping Onyxcoin in this downwards direction. So this very bearish trend that we've had for basically the past 2 months, we've seen a breakout to the upside. So if we just again zoom into this region, you can see prices actually did break above this trend line. We see places where it did kind of slip down below. So there's obviously a little bit of discrepancy as to exactly where this trend line is. But nonetheless, we're managing to remain above this trend line, and we are starting to create a set of higher lows and hopefully higher highs. On top of that, we've seen that MACD crossover. Like I said, that is a buy signal. That's telling us that we're shifting from bearish momentum here on Onyxcoin to bullish momentum. And finally, what we are also seeing as well is a support line that kind of loosely looks something like this, in my opinion, as well. Of course, if we connect the lows of the price here on Onyxcoin, of course, you can see it's not quite perfect because the price did break down slightly below it. But nonetheless, it shows the general trend of the support going in the downwards direction. And looking at this, this is a falling wedge pattern. Now, I'm monitoring this because if we break out to the upside, we could be seeing this as the potential price target of Onyxcoin in the near future. We could be looking at roughly 3.1 cents here on the price. Now, if we edit this trend line just a little bit to make it look like this, which is also a possibility in my opinion, then we are looking at an even bigger price target here of this distance from where we broke out. Of course, that could take us all the way up to 3.8 cents. So in a way, I see these as two main price targets. The main target number 1 there is 3.1 cents. Main target number 2 is 3.8 cents from this chart pattern that we are seeing right now. Of course, this all hangs in the balance. If we do break above the 1.46 cents, this would confirm this new uptrend, and I do think it'll be likely that we'll be seeing these price targets towards the end of March and into April. Of course, guys, if you're looking for a great place to trade this breakout here on Onyxcoin, then go check out MEXC Exchange in the description down below. For a limited time, they're giving every new user who signs up using that link in the description a free $20 to get started with trading. So if you want to make use of that offer, check out the description. Of course, guys, thank you so much for supporting this channel. Right now, there seems to be a lot of people who believe as well that we've already seen the top here on Onyxcoin for 2025 and that we're just going to be heading lower throughout the rest of the year. But if you remember, I made a video a little bit earlier this year, back in January. I made this video about when to sell your Onyxcoin if you're planning to hold longer term. And basically this video was just going over some of the points that would generally tell me when the top of crypto was going to be in. And if you remember, it looks something a little bit like this. Now, of course, guys, if you want to watch this video, it should pop up on your screen right now. It's a bit of a longer watch, so if you've got a spare 20 minutes, then I definitely do recommend. Otherwise, this basically summarizes what I was looking for a top to be in crypto and XCN. And of course, right now, everything in green is telling us that we are still bullish here on crypto. There's still not a top yet here in crypto, that we could be seeing higher prices throughout 2025. If it's red, then it's telling us that we could potentially have already seen a top in crypto. And in that video, I said that I was looking for at least 4 or 5 different things flashing red on this chart to tell me that we could be seeing a top here in crypto. And at the moment, the only thing that's telling us that we could be seeing a top is the fact that the US stock market is seeing a top. There's nothing else here telling me that this in January was the top for Onyxcoin. Of course, the stock market in the USA, the reason I think this could potentially be a top is because this long-term trend line has broken to the downside. This was quite a massive crash that we saw in the stock market. It looks very similar to the end of 2021 there, where we decisively broke below that trend line and prices started to head lower. We're seeing something similar now in 2025, and that to me is the only warning signal. But that's not enough, in my opinion, to call it the top in crypto straight away. Of course, we have not seen a generational spike in volume for XCN. In fact, the XCN volume is really low right now. Even in January, when we did that 20x, the volume did not exceed the volume we saw back in 2021 and 2022. So it was not generational. The XCN over XCR The XCN over XRP bullish trend has not yet been broken. If we look at this chart here, it's still looking very strong with a double bottom pattern. We are seeing a retest of this support now, we are seeing a retest of this resistance line in gray here, which is now a support. Of course, if we do break down below this neckline, this gray resistance here, then we can circle this one red, in my opinion. Number 3 is yellow because, of course, Bitcoin, I don't personally think it has topped, but I don't think it has personally topped because it's still following its bullish support. You can see this gray line here. This is basically what I've been watching on Bitcoin. Of course, the trend is still bullish here. Of course, some people have described what we saw there when Bitcoin was near 110,000 as some sort of top. And I can kind of see it based on looking at this chart. But there's too many other things telling me that Bitcoin has yet more to go throughout 2025. So this one's yellow because it's a bit 50-50 at the moment. Of course, the total cup and handle pattern is still fully intact as well. If we have a look at that, you guys know that I love this chart. This is a massive cup and handle pattern on the total crypto market cap. This is still good to go to $10 trillion in 2025, in my opinion. Of course, we saw a really nice retest of this resistance going across the cup and handle pattern, and now we've bounced quite strongly from that. So this is still intact. Of course, if this does break below 2.4-ish trillion dollars, then this could be also considered red, that we've seen a top here on the total crypto market cap. Looking down at the 7, 8, XCN has not yet reached 37 cents, my long-term 2025 target. We've not seen a topping pattern here in XCN. We've not seen generational extreme greed breaking down from extreme greed area. In fact, right now, the sentiment in crypto is at fear. It's almost at extreme fear still. Of course, we saw extreme fear and a generational low there of 15 back in March 11th. And number 10 is random celebs pouring into crypto. Of course, back in 2021 at the market tops, we saw every Tom, Dick, and Harry talking about crypto. People that did not belong in crypto were starting to talk about crypto. Right now, in 2025, the only people talking about crypto are the people that are in the crypto industry. And celebrity-wise, I think the only celebrity that I've seen talk about crypto is Kanye West over the past few days. Of course, he's launching his own meme coin. You can find it on Twitter. I'm pretty sure it's trending on Twitter. I can't display it here on this video because, of course, the name of that token is linked to World War II. But anyway, he's dropping his meme coin, and that's pretty much the only celebrity that I've seen in this space talking. So right now, we are not seeing a massive influx of celebrities coming into crypto. So many reasons right now why we have not seen a top yet in crypto, in my opinion. Of course, here for XCN, I personally think we'll probably see a market top either in quarter 3 or quarter 4 of 2025. And I do think prices are going to be going higher than their previous high at 5. Of course, my price target here on Onyxcoin sits between the 35 to 37 cents region. And I still think that's good to go, given that we see Bitcoin make new all-time highs, that we see XRP make new all-time highs. I think we could get a lot higher here on the charts. But for now, short term, I'm focusing on this price action that we are seeing, looking for a break above this 1.46 cents level. Of course, once we break past that level, to me, that's going to be very, very exciting for what's to come here on XCN. But till then, guys, enjoy the AMA that's coming up in a few hours. Of course, remember the link for that is in the description down below if you want to join the Telegram. Otherwise, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.